Today we are here because there's many questions our Wing Chun friend like to ask me. So Nimjo, just ask any questions, okay? And for me, let me say it here. I'm here to solve problem. And if you want to ask me on the lineage question, everything, I will reply you on a basis of a general, not attacking people, but how to find a solution, because solution is more important now for Wing Chun, okay? We want every Wing Chuner to be good. Why? If there's no Wing Chun, there's no lineage. If there's no lineage, there's no you and me. So right now, I'm focused on Wing Chun, okay? So this way, there's no quarrel on who is authentic, who is not authentic or anything. We want to solve problems. So here on, everybody win. And I look at myself as a Wing Chuners, no lineage. Whatever is proper, we say is proper. Whatever it is we disagree, we say we disagree, and we show evidence. And so that's how we want to be, right? I mean, so it's useful for everybody. You can disagree with me by any means, but let's show evidence, not to compete who win, but to have a better solution for Wing Chun.
Sure.
Okay. So Nimjo, you want to start? Asking me question. Ask. Open it up.
Yeah, I'm going to start by asking a question. I think it's true for many people in the West that we come from, Grandmaster Imam was so influential for the West, and it seems that there's a big question, at least in my head, maybe for other people too, is that ancestor is really important, where we come from, to understand where we are, who we are, and how we got here, how we arrived here. But it's really strange because it's so interesting learning about the salutation from the 1850s, and it's so interesting learning about the piece of writing, the classical text which you've provided for us. And then we look at where we're coming from, and I'm thinking, why has the salutation been lost? Can we place Jan in the same moment? Do we know when officially he was born? Because everyone says 1826 is the official date he was born, and he died in 1901. But I don't know that. I haven't done the research. I haven't gone to Fatsan. But people have done it, and this is the dates which you can find on the internet. So placing Jan in the same time as the Red Boat, more than a question of authenticity, is kind of important to know where we come from, if it's somehow relatable.
I can share with you this. Jan is not Jan's first name or family name, the original name. I was in Fatsan, and I have speak with the researcher who has shown me Jan's will. He told me Jan changed to Jan's name after he was out of Fatsan or out of the area for many years. And for me, the time he out is the time, guess what? When the Qing looking for all anti-Qing to execute. Okay? I can ensure that. And as for the will, it is the Fatsan researchers research. I don't want to, he want to write a book. I let him present it. But in my understanding in Fatsan is my speculation, because I'm not there, is Liang Zhan must be on the run. Okay, because he's missing, he's not in that area until when he come back, he have another name. Okay, which is Liang Zhan. Before that, he's not named as Liang Zhan. Okay. Now, saying this, I like to share with you three things in the history of Wing Chun, which we need to know. One is the history between the downfall of the loss of the Red Boat to 1880s or 90s, that part. The second is from 1890s to say 1945. The third part is from 1945 to today. We know the part between 1854 to 1854 to 1888 and 1890 is very screwed up. As I asked the question, why is the Liang Zhan need to change his name? And then you talk about this like Tai Fa Ming Gam teaching Feng Xiu Cheng. Feng Xiu Cheng is the Zheng Guofan. So anybody who meet Zheng Guofan, they say that you are you're Taiping, because the anti-Qing, Chai Fat, Wing Chun in the Red Boat, they are pro-Taiping. You execute, not only you, the family of your father, your mom, all those crazy stuff. So at that period, it is actually untraceable. But I feel it is good that at least now we know that Liang Zhan was not named Liang Zhan and he was out for many years. We know something is cooking at that time. And the people sometimes saying Liang Zhan was born in 1860. Well, there's another story where people speculate, which is I will not rely on that. Okay, I will not put that have any weight. Now, the second period between 1880, 90 until 45, that part is also very screwed up. That part today we can see that there is in the Yin Kaisan, Yip Man, and all these generations. You go to YouTube, you can see all type of a story from back and forth from this guy and that guy. After the 1950, 1960, the third part, it is a mess. So what we are facing is this. In the after 1854 to 1930, it is known that the teacher do not teach you the full-blown thing. You give money if you want to practice, to open a school, to revenge, to kill somebody, or to hurt somebody. I was confirming this with the researcher in Fatsan. You pay the money, I teach you this. And that's where start opium coming in. When you know that opium coming in, you know that there is not much art anymore but violence. Like you're going to assassinate somebody. This is very different than the Red Boat ancestor. If you look at the Chai Lei Fat, Hong Sing Chai Lei Fat, those are the people who always follow their ancestors' teaching. They never touch opium. They always for the people. You look at in the history of China. Those are reliable source on what they are doing. They join the Chinese versus Japanese invasion. So this is the group of people you can rely on the history. As the Wing Chun history, it is a lot of survival, because I don't want to put people on that everybody is bad. We all born good, but because there's a lot of situations, because of survival, and then because of all those what seductions, we all change. Now the three part of history, you want to straighten it out. I don't know how to straighten it out, because there's too many benefit, too many invest. So for you, Nimjo, why Liang Zhan don't have the salutation on and so forth? We don't know. But my question is why is Liang Zhan out for that so many years after that Red Book uprising? And there's a possibility that many people at that time do not want to mention what happened there. Think about it. The killing, the executions, read about it, the executions, where they don't even have how to say that they execute so many people, they have to count like cutting your ears instead of taking your head. Read about the history. That's how sad it is. So that might be a sad thing. People don't want to reveal it. There might be not to tell you is better than tell you, because to protect you. Of course, today we don't know what it is. So what can you say? We just have to accept that. When I was landed in Fatsan 2017, they don't even know that we have this salutation. In fact, the old-timer martial artist in Fatsan asked me, so you're going to go to Yip Man's hall? Since you guys are Wing Chuners, it's belong to there and so forth. I said, no, I'm going to find Jade. Why find Jade? Because that's where the Wing Chun ancestor in. And then I said, why do you ask? He said, you expect us to respect you on the movie you guys make on Wing Chun? I said, you respect us because of this salutation. And after that, I said, oh, this is for the people. I said, yes. Lei Man Mao, the uprising, we still have it. The Cultural Revolution blown everything out of proportion doesn't mean that we don't have it. So right now for me is that I do not want to touch on who is authentic lineage or anything. My bottom line is I give everybody the same salutation. If you want to use it, use it. The uniqueness. Now, the salutation is our pride so that we can stand tall. Not like the other grandmaster wrote in the book, like we are bastard. We are salutation. We are the people like in Hong Sing Chile, but respectable because we are uprising for the people. Okay? So it's not my lineage. Don't say this Hendrik lineage. If you say this Hendrik lineage, then your lineage don't have it, then you're in a deep problem. That's what I say. First, there's Wing Chun. Only then there's lineage. If you don't secure your Wing Chun, you don't have anything. What good is to us to quarrel all around and people laugh at you like your Wing Chun is a bastard, or your Wing Chun, right in what I share down there, all you guys are scam artists. So number one, salutation is the Wing Chun's pride. We do it in the female way, right? There are multiple data to verify us. Number 2 is uniqueness. Nim Jo, you know some Cantonese, I presume, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Wing Chun, if you mention to the old timer, is always called Tip San Tuin Da, sticking body short strike. Right now, I want to evoke it. That's why the other day I show 2 things: shoot in, sticking fighting. If you fight a BJJ, you expect him going to take you down and ground fighting. If you fight a Thai boxer, you expect him, his round kick come, his knee, his elbow will come close. If you fight a Western boxer, you expect his jab, hook, cross, and peekaboo. When we fight with somebody in the competition, we want other people to expect the shoot in and the stick fighting, because that is your uniqueness. So I want to restore that in America. How good you perform the salutation, it doesn't matter, because people know you. How good you perform your uniqueness, it doesn't matter, because people know you. And because you know your uniqueness, there will be smart cookies in the future generation come in, take it to the another level. Because uniqueness is your identity of technology, and also is your goal, is your direction of what are you going to do to improve. We cannot live in everyday tan bong fo, chi sao, and playing wooden dummy, and playing set, and all this power, but at the minute you enter into MMA, what are you doing? But if you go enter in MMA, even you lose, you get into the shoot, the shoot in and the sticking fighting. People know this is Wing Chun. Well, he's not as good, no problem. But we know that that's Wing Chun. And then there will time come around that smart cookies, good people in Wing Chun is going to take that and fly. It's like the Chinese story. You have your last name, even though at this generation or the second generation, there are no smart people, but you don't know that that might be a person in the 4th or 5th generation who become the officials of the emperor and so forth. As soon as the last name is there, you have a hope, have a chance. So I am securing the entire thing here in US, the salutation and the uniqueness, is because if I can secure that, if we all can secure it, I cannot myself to secure that. If we all secure that in all lineage, you know good people is going to come. The more you play with it, the better you are. What does lineage mean? Lineage means within the shoot in and sticking fighting, you have your uniqueness. It's like Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or Gracia Jiu-Jitsu. It's still Jiu-Jitsu. Same thing. So that is how I want to leave the world with. Here on, this is education. You don't want to say that Hendrik know it all. No, I don't know it all. but at least 80–90% is here, and everybody can have it. And if, I don't care for what is your lineage, as soon as you are truthful to your ancestor. Again, I say that truthful to your ancestor. If you are from Yip Man lineage, you're truthful to Grandmaster Yip Man. If you are Yun Kei San lineage, you're truthful with the Yun Kei San. You ask me a question, I answer you in a serious way, because I want to encourage you to truthful to your lineage and have this education. I don't want anybody to badmouth their own grandmaster to talk to me, because this is the time up. It's a time to rebuild. Okay. So this is not much money at all. This is just publications and everything. Everybody have the informations, and this channel is free. Everybody have the same information. There is the thing, I think, how we can rectify that past 3 era of distortion in the Wing Chun. We need a solution. Do you think Xi Xiaodong care for what you're going to do? Do you think those grandmasters who look down at Wing Chun care what you're going to do? But if we don't hold something together, just face it, we don't have Wing Chun. I don't write this thing. This is just a description of what the Chinese have. It's not my opinion. It's not my my lineage. So that's why I say I'm writing textbook. I'm not writing my biography. It's like physics textbooks. And later on, if you are you guys are good proficients in your everything, you can say that, oh, I start this lineage because my shoot in, I can go it this way. My sticking fighting, I can do it this way. I mean, sky is the limit. Not going to choke you to death that you have to follow what I'm saying. And for the content, you need to know this. Track back to 1850s. You want the breathing, you have the breathing. You want the heart rate, you have the heart rate. You want to all sort of training, you better be able to handle the basic. Before talking about I'm the grandmaster, I'm this, I'm the model, I'm this, it's enough. So it is fair that I do not have school, so that I don't have a student who always saying that I have the most authentic Wing Chun. Okay. Say here, Daniel and Raymond, I never tell them that this is authentic Wing Chun. I said this is called the art of Wing Chun. This is an education. This is not a lineage. I'm not starting a lineage. I don't want to start a lineage. Like I can tell you a thing. A few years ago, there's a person in Cho family who I thought, he's not my student, but I just, because I see that the Cho family take me as insider, like their own family relative, give me all the information. As all the old Chinese generation, I want to give back. And this person took something and start to claim this thing, that thing, and bad mouthing my sifu and everything. It go up to so ridiculous to go to China and Hong Kong, start to saying that my ancestor, one of the ancestor, have is so good a fighter, the in the entire canton, and then saying something which is cannot be proven on the Choi Lei Fat ancestor. And the Hong Sing Choi Lei Fat ancestor, get who is this he's talking about? He is a hero, a national hero for fighting the Japanese in Choi Lei Fat. What do you think the Hong Sing Choi Lei Fat brother and sister can take it? Of course cannot take it. Even me, I cannot take it. Why? Because I know in Cho family, we practice the Choi Lei Fat and the Wing Chun. Because we belong to the Fine Jet, we belong all into the anti-Qing. Now, when this thing come up, he ran away. So I have to step up to apology to the Choi Lei Fat and actually tell the Choi Lei Fat brother and sister, say, we are one brother and sister in the red boat, okay? This is unacceptable. This type of talking in the public is unacceptable. And this guy must be expelled, okay? Because you don't go tell other people, oh, your ancestor study from my ancestor, blah, 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 all kind of stuff. Can you prove that? So all of this, you can happen, this bad habit. I'm tired with this. That's why I say, you want the Cho family lineage, you take it. You want the Yikam lineage, you want take it. I only concentrate on this. Because only education can help us all. And what I like to see, I love to see, maybe I'm too old to see it anymore, but I love to see that some days our people go to MMA and people say, this is Wing Chun. Even the judge or the commentary people say, this is the Wing Chun shoot in, this is the Wing Chun stick fighting. How about that? Like this is the BJJ takedown, this is the BJJ ground fighting. Only that way we do our job. If we don't, what are we doing? So hopefully this, I share with you openly, Nim Jo, what is in my mind. And I have to walk my talk on this. So any question more for anybody? We have 10 more minutes. Anybody have any question?
I want to say something in reply. It's really good that you say this, because in the West we especially in somewhere which doesn't even speak English, like in Spain or Italy maybe. I think in that last period of time you talked about, from 1945 to the present day, the West has been very open to receiving and very attracted to the ideas which came from the Orient, or which came from China or Chinese martial arts. And they really bought the idea of it being some mystical thing. And that's still around, this idea that that you can't explain everything because it's mystical. And we're still talking about Umoy and using Umoy to explain things about how you do things in class, which makes no sense at all. No, so it's not the West's fault, but they also bought the idea, and it sells very well, this mystical idea of a martial art which can solve problems, which comes from a monk, a woman, a nun. And I've heard some crazy things over the years, and I just it's like nobody's talking about momentum exchange. Nobody is talking about footwork. No one is talking about breathing. No one's talking about cardio. People are still talking about Umoy, and she's wearing a dress, and I don't know. It's like really crazy things. And I can understand it happening in the 1960s, but we're in what, what's the year this year? We're still talking about these things.
So Nim Jo, what's the standard? The standards is go watch the fight between Zhang Weili and Rose. Why Zhang Weili and Rose? Because they're both female. Do you have that standard to fight them? How many seconds can you last with the way how you train? You have to have a realistic check. If you watch this, if you read all this thing in the content of mapping the sports science, you know that you have it. If you be able to scientifically identify how you're going to train, and then also as in the Qi Ji Guang, your short strike is only one part of the 4 momentum zone. There are 3 other zones you need to learn how to deal with. That's the reality. Not to mention right now, we don't even have that short strike recover. So what is that happen now? That's the reality. The reason why I make it the salutation and the uniqueness is that's the fastest way we want to evoke, to reinstall, to reboot the entire thing. We don't have time. If you look at the Xi Xiaodong's video, you know how bad it is. Okay. So I'm not kidding. Whatever I write here, I know I have experienced it. I can make people experience it within 24 hours. To experience it doesn't mean that I'm the master. Okay. To experience doesn't mean that I'm the master or anybody's master. To experience it only meaning that we know what it is. And you still have to build on that. Now, if you never experience it, you want to spend your entire life guessing. And then before you know, you are still guessing, and then you go put yourself as a sifu, and then you go start teaching. That's why in the past 40, 60 years, it become Wing Chun is Shaolin Wang Chun. The shooting power has to be played this way. And then Wing Chun is the white crane Wang Chun. It has to be like the white crane way. And then if somebody put the black flag Wing Chun, it has to be the black flag way. And then it's a Tai Chi way and all this way. At the end, I asked everybody, do you know what is a shoot-in and what is a sticking fighting? It's like asking a BJJ guy, do you know what is a shoot-in? What is the takedown? What is the ground fighting? Anybody who in the first week in the BJJ class will tell you, even maybe they cannot do it, they can tell you what is a shoot-in and what is the takedown and ground fighting. Am I right, Daniel?
Yes.
So we need to have this thing. Every Wing Chuner need to know that it is shoot-in, it is sticking fighting. You proficient in or not, it doesn't matter. Later you can get the and then you can get it scientifically. If you look at, you see a very good shoot-in from Zhang Weili, you can learn from that. It's shoot-in, right? You see what I'm talking about? I want to install this salutation so we have pride. I'm a Wing Chuner. We know where it's from. It is real. What is your lineage? We have the uniqueness. We have the direction. And this is our entire territory. Sky is the limit. Everybody can be a star. No longer sitting down there, I'm more authentic with you, you're more authentic. Past 120 years, everybody is talking about this authentic, and at the end right now, you see Xi Xiaodong present you this way, the Asia other grandmaster look down on your way, picking on the grandmaster Yip Man. Can anybody do something? None of us can do anything, including me. The only thing can do something is the ancestors' legacy, the evidence that bail all of us, including Grandmaster Imam, out. Am I right? So don't say that, oh, it's Hendrik. Hendrik is nobody. I'm just presenting the legacy of the ancestor. I hope that this is clear to everybody. So again, I'm selling my book here, right? Everybody, rich or poor, famous or beginner, same book, same price. Everybody have the information flat. Okay, time is up. Nice
Thank
to
you,
talk to
Hendrik.
you. Hope that I answer your question, Nimjo.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Hendrik.